Hello, this is Thomas K4SWL. I should say good morning, actually. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos, and I'm camping with the family at New River State Park here, K2748 in North Carolina, and having a good time. Actually, Hazel's over here chilling out. She had her breakfast, part of it. And I'm actually doing sort of a solar morning. I've been keeping my battery topped off here using the FT817ND, and I've got this Buddy Pole Power Mini 2. This is the first trip I've done with this charge controller. Very, very pleased with it. In fact, it's so great. So I'm running the radio off of this 3 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery, and also pulling USB power off of it to power the camera that I'm using right now, because it was losing power. So all of this is solar powered, which is kind of fun. So far, very, very pleased with this. I like how simple and easy this thing is to use. It takes two different loads, so you can use it for two different devices. Plus, you've got a USB out, which is obviously enough to charge up this camera and probably a phone. This is the solar input, and then this is your battery. And really like this thing. Very, very pleased with it. Also, really enjoying spending some time with the FT817. I do love this radio, and thought today I'd try to do a little bit of QRP POTA here this morning. Probably not a super long session, because we've got some things to do. In fact, I'm planning to go do a soda activation a little bit later too, nearby, maybe at Mount Jefferson. So let's go ahead and get this started. We'll see if the reverse beacon network functionality is working this morning. I'm running, by the way, this is using a 40 meter in-fed half wave. I've got like a very flat SWR, which is great. Now, I do actually have internet service temporarily, borrowing a hotspot from someone, just long enough to check spots and stuff. I want to see if it'll spot me, if the RBN's working. That'll help me determine later on today what I'm able to get away with. Also drinking my coffee here. I made some really strong coffee this morning. I'm using a French press, which I actually don't use that often. I use sort of a pour-over filter a lot. I'm not good at judging how much coffee should go in it. So I made a really, really strong cup of coffee. I could probably pour a road bump with it. What's the name of that? I can't think of what it's called now. Well, there's bumps to keep you from going too fast down the roads. You know what? Doesn't... Oh, WD8... Wait. Eric's on this frequency. I just noticed that WD8RIF is on 7063. I can't hear him. I just happened to see this. Now, the band conditions today are atrocious. I should say. I was reading messages this morning just as I hooked up this hotspot, and they're really, really bad. The fact I can't hear it. See, that's somebody calling Eric. Normally, I'd be able to hear Eric on 40 meters, but I can't hear him today. We'll move down to... There's a lot of noise here too, by the way. There's some QRM. Is anybody there? Anybody on 7059 maybe? I'm gonna lock this so I can... Now I've locked the controls so I can't accidentally hit this encoder. I'm about to spot myself. Okay, here we go. Man, there's some ZL stations. There are all kinds of interesting people here, but, before I do this, since I am going to see if I can get my buddy, you may remember Brooks from a previous video. he did his very first park activation. He's on 14,235 right now. That 20 meters, and he's at the Blue Ridge Parkway. Unlikely I'll be able to work him. That's a little too close. But conditions are weird, so let's just see. So what I need to do is actually go to my VFO with... I keep a VFO with single sideband and one with... So he's on 235. See if I can hear him here. Probably not. Be kind of cool if I could. Oh, Brooks just moved to 7220. Let's see if we can hear him down there. $72.20. I do have my microphone with me. If I can't hear him, I'll just move right back over to CW and start calling CQ. No, I can't hear him. So this is one of the reasons I like to do these videos, these kind of real-time, real-life videos. This is actually what happens in the field. It's not all edited. I mean, you come out here and sometimes you find that propagation is weird. Propagation is definitely weird today. I should definitely have been able to hear WD8RIF because I know where the park he was at, and I've worked him many, many times in that same region on 40 meters at this time of day. It should be working, but it's not. 20 meters also doesn't have a lot of signals on it. When I was band scanning a little earlier, I tried to work somebody in Texas a little earlier. There's nobody there. Okay, let's see. There's somebody else here. 7209. Okay, maybe I can work this fellow. KO4TKS. This is a great thing about having internet for right now. I can look up some of the spots. Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima.
Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Golf Sierra. Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Golf Sierra.
Good, he's coming up a little bit. Maybe I'll be able to work him.
QSL. All righty, sir. I got you 558 2 Kilo 2257.
Okay, hurry up before the band goes back down again.
Roger. I copy, and I've got you about double nickels 55 into Fairfax, Virginia, QSL. Roger, Fairfax.
Oh, he's going back down. You hear it?
You bet. Have a great day out there at 73. 73 to you. Yours is.
Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima, park to park, park to park.
November 3, X-ray Lima, Sierra. Now there's a familiar call. I've got you about a 57, and we're in Indiana right now. Park is Kilo 2257. QSL 57, Pennsylvania. Roger, roger, my friend. Thanks for running down. Okay, I heard a park in there.
Roger, roger. This is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima. Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima, park to park.
Okay, you faded out on me there. Can you try that again?
Roger, roger. It is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima. Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima. Kilo 4, Sugar Whiskey Lima. QSL? Roger, roger, my friend. Yeah, band conditions are really bad. You're going anywhere from about a 5x5 to a 5x9. I'm here at park number 2748, park 2748, park 2748. QSL?
Solid copy, my friend. Good luck with your activation.
Thank you, my friend. Good luck and have a wonderful day. That was nice to get a park to park in. So I'm putting it here in my log on the side.
Victor Echo 3, Papa, Yankee Juliet. Victor Victor Echo 3, Papa Yankee Juliet, have you 57 into Kilo 2257.
QSL, Chester, good morning. Thank you for 57. You're also 57 in Toronto.
Okay, here we go. Now let's try. Let's start calling CQ ourselves here. Okay, let's move back to the VOA. I do not like all the... So I mentioned in a previous video here at the park that one of the negatives about being in a campground is there are a lot of people with like inverters and all those sorts of things, lots of electronic devices, and they definitely pollute this part of the spectrum here on this part of the park. Now, if I were at a different part of the park where people were doing primitive camping or something like that, it wouldn't be a big deal. But here, where we have RVs and trailers, it can get very noisy. So, let's try this again. Whoops. Knock over the camera. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is truly how things work when you're out doing a park. And you got to keep your expectations in check. Today, for sure, the bands are bad. You heard how this one station, Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Kilo Sierra, how he was kind of strong and then he was down and he was up and down. That is showing you the bands are kind of iffy right now. So let's see here. Let me see if I can spot myself. I'm just spotting myself now. See if the spot submits. Yeah, it looks like it's submitted. Maybe we'll get some contacts now. Oh, and you may ask about this paddle. This is a little travel paddle I really like. As you can see, you could push this in. When I did that, it clicked the key and stopped the electronic keyer. It's a neat little travel paddle. This was made originally by N0SA. He doesn't make these anymore. He only made them for a little while. And I really like it. I keep it in my bag as kind of like one of my backups. I also keep the N6ARA tiny paddle. And I like this little key. I prefer his soda key to this one. It's a little more precise, but this is a great little key. But he doesn't sell them anymore. You may find one used somewhere maybe, but I really like it. It's just a neat little 3D printed key. Also, check down in the description below, and I'll have a link to the gear I'm using here in my field report. Woo! No, Hazel. Hazel. Sorry. Okay. Okay, well. Yeah, Hazel just, one of the park rangers went by and she decided to bark at them. Isn't that nice? That's who I heard. Oh, goodness. How did I get that so wrong? I think it was the same person. There we go. Nice call sign. KG4MTN. My keying's not great this morning. I did mention I'm just finishing my second cup of coffee. Thank you, Bruce, for recommending this pen. I like this. We just heard N3XLS on single sideband, calling another station. That can't be Mike. Maybe it wasn't him. Okay. There we go. You know what I heard? He is using what sounds like a cootie maybe. And that's what Mike uses, and his call sign is RAT. There we go, just getting everything in here in the logs, double logging here. Well, 9 contacts so far. There's no question I'll make my activation today, but I've got like all day long to do it, so it's not a problem. Oh, there we go. May move up to 20 meters here for a little bit. By the way, I also have a copy of QRP Quarterly here nearby. I've been reading that while here on my little camping vacation. If you don't belong to the Amateur Radio Club, the QRP International Amateur Radio Club. Whoops. Nothing heard? Okay. comes another parked vehicle, but I think Hazel's asleep this time. Maybe she won't bark at him. Okay. Hear that noise coming in here? That is the unmistakable sound of someone's inverter. A modified sine wave inverter, probably. May move up to 20 meters here. Okay. Oh, wow, I got that wrong. WB3. Gotcha. Oh, the band just crashed on me. Very good. Sounds like he's using a straight key too, he or she. I can't look up the call signs here, so. That noise is getting horrible here, isn't it? This is not coming from the Power Pole Mini. Okay, we're going to call it quits right here. And the reason why is I'm trying to keep these the video size down to a point where I can actually upload these pretty easily. I'll probably hit 20 meters. I'm not always recording everything I do here. I'm only recording some of the activations I'm doing here, or some of the, I guess I should say, sort of some of the activation periods I'm doing here. Because what I'm doing is, since I've got, if you look at yesterday, for example, I kind of did a morning, I think an afternoon, and maybe not really close to evening time, but I am just kind of playing it when I'm not doing something with the family, and it's great. I can just take the radio out and use this and do it. But I'm going to call it quits, and the reason why is my Surface Go needs to be recharged over here, and I didn't realize that. The sun's on it. I can't see very well, and it'll be dying on me soon. Now, I actually have I just closed it up here, but I actually have an adapter. I could plug it in and probably do a solar charge on it, but it'll be faster just to use it inside my camper and plug it in, get it all charged up so it'll be ready to do a little more logging, because I'd like to not transfer all of my logs over here that way when I get back. I always talk about electronic logging, and I think it's important to do electronic logging, and I value it because, and I use AC log on the Microsoft Surface Go because it runs Windows. If I'm out in the field and I don't have that, then I use the Hammers app on my phone. And the reason I do it is because when you go back, if you've got paper logs, which I love doing paper logs anyway, but if you have to transcribe them, it also, I find that I'm less accurate reading off my sheet and transcribing later than I am when I'm doing it in real time. I make more transcription errors, I think, when I do that. Plus, if you have a really big activation, like 40, 50, 60, 70 contacts, that's a lot of transcribing later into an electronic program. So it's better to do it in real time. It keeps you from, what tends to happen to me is I'm so busy at home that I dread actually doing the entry into an electronic log to submit it to the POTA coordinator, because you have to submit electronic logs. And so it's just better to do them in real time when you can. Now, if I'm doing a SOTA activation or something, and I'm up on a summit and conditions aren't great in terms of weather or whatever, then I just do it on a write and rain pad or something like that, and I transcribe it later. But when I can, I do electronic logs because it just makes it a whole lot easier on me to kind of make it work, and saves me so much time later on. That's the important part. So anyway, I'm going to call it quits right now, just for a little bit. I'm going to take a breather, go wash some dishes, prepare some things, put together my kit for a SOTA activation a little bit later on, do a little research on this particular SOTA site. Actually, there's another one I'm thinking about doing as well. That's the one I need to do research on. In the meantime, I'll let my system charge up here, and I'm sure it'll charge up the battery all the way. You probably can't see this because of the flicker rate and all that and the sun, but the battery's even, it's pulling in about 13.5 volts right now, about somewhere between 0.3 and 0.4 amps, and it's charging. This is such a cool device. I really do like this. I'm glad I got it. There are other... This one, you can tell it what chemistry of battery you're using, but I really like this one because it works well with my lithium iron phosphate batteries, and it's so small and compact. It's actually kind of rugged. It's kind of ruggedized, so I can just throw it in a pack and I don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be anything special. These solar panels, people are going to ask me about these. These are fold-up solar panels I got. I think they were probably blemish units that I bought from PowerFilm Solar, oh goodness, probably 8-9 years ago at the Hambention. I can't remember what I paid for them even, but they continue to work for me. And they're each 5 watts, which isn't a ton, but keep in mind I'm only, well, I'm running them in parallel, so I actually have about 10 watts worth of panels here, and I'm just charging like a little small battery, so it may take it a little bit longer. It may take it, 5-6 hours to top off the battery. But when I've got this going and I'm running the radio at the same time, it kind of, I almost can just run it perpetually during the day, and it'll just keep the batteries topped off. So I like this. I don't normally use panels. People have asked me before when I use panels in the field. I don't normally use them because my activations are so short that one of these batteries will take me through 5-6 activations probably. So I just don't need to pull out the panels for that. But when I'm here camping and, taking my time, Hazel's, she's absorbing some solar energy right now. Yeah, you see me? Yeah, you hear me talking about you? Okay. So I just leave them sitting out here and they kind of take care of themselves, and it's nice to pull out the solar for that. It'll also have me a little bit better prepared when I do some off-grid work later on this year. We may be off-grid quite a bit doing camping and stuff, and I'm just testing out this new system for that. I may end up getting a bigger solar panel sometime. I don't know. If these do the trick, I may just stay with that. That's the great thing about QRP. It just takes so little to kind of keep your system going. Anyway, I'll stop gabbing here. I'll probably be doing more of these activation videos here during the rest of my camping trip. So they're all going to look about the same. I may pull out the KX2 next time. These are the only 2 radios I brought with me, the 817 and the KX2. So anyway, until next time, like I said, let's all treat each other with kindness. Get out there and play some radio. Help someone if you can. Get into the radio business here, going out and doing field activation with them, or bringing them over to the shack, showing them how all the components fit together. That stuff can be really confusing to a new amateur radio operator. I remember back when I was first licensed, that was all mystery meat to me. I knew what the components were based on my tests and stuff like that, just getting my ticket. But to be honest, it's still, in practice, kind of seeing it in real life, what all those components do, how they fit together, how you ground stuff. That's important. So invite somebody over, show them how it's all set up, and become a little Elmer for them. Anyway, until next time, take care, and 7 threes.